All right, let's talk social media marketing. You know, it's supposed to be one of the best, most cost-effective ways to grow a business, but let's be real. A lot of the time, managing it feels less like smart marketing and more like you're trying to conduct a super chaotic orchestra, right?
So, does this sound familiar to you? You're doing all the things you're supposed to do. You're creating awesome content, you're engaging with your followers, you're keeping up with trends. But at the end of the day, it feels like you're just putting out fires, not actually building that empire you're after. If that's you, trust me, you are so not alone in this.
And these right here, these are the big hurdles pretty much every single marketer is trying to jump over. I mean, organic reach keeps going down, right? You're trying to create a strategy that works across all the different channels, which is just a nightmare. There's never, ever enough time. The amount of data coming at you is completely overwhelming. And then, the big one, trying to prove to your boss or your client that all this hard work is actually making a difference to the bottom line.
Okay, but here's the good news. There is a way through all that chaos. So here's what we're going to cover today. We'll start with the struggle itself. Then we'll build your toolkit for management, automation, and how to measure what actually matters. And we're going to wrap up with what I think is the most important element of all.
All right, Section 1, the social media struggle. First things first, let's just admit it. This isn't a new problem. The whole social media game has grown up, and that means our strategies have to grow up right along with it.
Because look, the real goal here isn't just about getting more likes or posting more often. No way. It's about turning your social media work into a machine that actually generates revenue. And that's where the right tools can be a total game changer.
Okay, let's get into the practical stuff. Your management toolkit. The very first step in taming this social media beast is getting a command center. You need tools that bring some order to the chaos, helping you organize, schedule, and work with your team.
So let's break down 3 of the heavy hitters. You've got Hootsuite, which is amazing for big teams managing hundreds of accounts. It's built for scale and even has great training. Then there's Buffer. If your main focus is making sure your content is perfectly customized for each different platform, Buffer is your go-to. And for teams that are all about collaboration, maybe working with clients, Sprout Social is fantastic, especially with its reporting and monitoring features. Oh, and we can't forget TweetDeck. If Twitter, or, X, is your main jam, this is a must-have. It gives you this awesome multi-column view so you can track all your different feeds and hashtags at once, and the best part, it's totally free.
All right, let's move on to automation and efficiency. This section is all about tackling that #1 problem, not enough time. These tools are designed to help you get some of those hours back in your day through smart automation.
First up is IFTTT, which stands for If This, Then That. And it's as simple as it sounds. You basically create these little recipes. For example, if I publish a new blog post, then automatically create a tweet with the link. It connects tons of different apps and just automates all those little repetitive tasks that sneakily eat up your entire day. Next, let's talk about Meet Edgar. Think about all that amazing content you've already created, the stuff that's still relevant today. That's your evergreen content. Well, Meet Edgar creates a library of it and then automatically reshares it for you. It's a genius way to make sure your best work keeps driving traffic without you having to lift a finger.
You know how they say timing is everything? Well, SocialFlow basically proves it. This tool takes all the guesswork out of when to post. It doesn't just schedule things, it looks at real-time data and tells you the exact best moment to publish your content to get peak attention from your audience. It's all about posting smarter, not just harder.
Okay, so we've tackled management, and we've saved some time. Now, let's talk about what really matters to the business, proving your value. This section is all about measuring what matters. And this is a hard truth we all need to hear. Vanity metrics alone simply don't cut it. A post getting 1,000 likes feels awesome, I get it, but it doesn't pay the bills. You've got to move past those surface-level numbers. And here's the difference right here. On one side, you have the vanity metrics, likes, shares, follower count. They show people are paying attention, but on the other side, you have the business metrics, leads, sales, ROI. This is the stuff your boss cares about. And our job as smart marketers is to draw a straight line from one side to the other.
So how do you do that? With tools like these. HubSpot is legendary for its closed-loop reporting, which literally tracks someone from a social post all the way to a sale. It connects the dots for you. Of course, there's Google Analytics, which is essential for seeing what people from social media do once they get to your website. Raven Tools is fantastic for pulling all your data, SEO, ads, social, into one single dashboard. And for all you Instagram pros, Iconosquare gives you the really deep analytics you need.
So, at this point, we've got tools for management, for automation, for measurement. We should be all set, right? Well, not quite. There's one more piece, and honestly, it might be the most important one: the human element. So after talking about all this amazing technology, all these platforms and algorithms, what do you think is the single most powerful social media tool of all? The answer is probably not what you're thinking.
It's humans. It's you, the person behind the keyboard, the strategist, the creator, the one building the community.
Because here's the thing. A tool is just a tool. As this quote says, just scheduling posts won't get you real results. Technology is an amazing enabler, for sure, but it isn't a strategy. It's that human touch, that ability to react, to be real, to actually engage. That's what builds a real community. And that's why some of the most powerful tools are actually strategic ones. I mean, think about a content calendar. That's not automation. It's your human-made blueprint for success. Or a tool like Noem. You're not using it to post, you're using it to strategically claim your brand name everywhere online. That's pure human foresight.
And that brings us to the most crucial point of all. The tools are the enablers. They make your job easier, they make you faster, they help you measure things. But you are the strategist. You're the brain behind the whole operation.
So we've gone through a whole toolkit here, from big platforms to simple ideas. Now the final question is really for you. Looking at your own work, your own daily chaos, which one of these tools or which one of these ideas do you think could be the key to unlocking your next big win?